Comrades, welcome back to Mars with Sol Zero Mars Colonization. Let's load up our previous game. It was in Cydonia, of course, so let's go back to that. We'll say resume and see what happens. So the very first notification we get here is that our population is too low to support the colony, so we still have to bring through a group of actual colonists here. Now I just have to think again. Let's just bring up the Z key with the overlay again. What was I doing? I think it was setting up the other water tank there in the last episode. Now the problem here is food, comrades. When we bring the colonists, we're not going to have enough food for everyone. This is a problem, but okay, let's go back to Earth. So we're back here in South Africa and we have a new rocket available. So our rocket scientists have now put their minds to a new booster here. And this one is very, very impressive, of course. So with this one we can see we now have 2 tons that we have available for cargo. So the actual weight of the lander that goes to Mars is 20 tons, which is quite a phenomenal feat for this booster to send 22 tons to Mars in total. At any rate, what do we have to do? Let's see, we have to send some colonists, I think. Let's just have a look. Can we actually do that? Why don't we have that option? This is a problem. I wonder, could we go back to Mars now? It might be because we don't actually have any habitation for them. That's a problem. But okay, what else do we need? We know we're going to need food, so maybe we can prepare for the actual arrival of colonists by sending several 100 kilograms of food. And of course we're not going to use this because we only have our existing astronaut crew on Mars, and I think we're breaking even with food, so this will just stay in reserve. Maybe there's something else we could take. What about what is this? Dozers is heavy machinery and they require a large rocket to bring to the Martian surface. They can easily push boulders, clearing space for more development. I think this is a good thing to get, comrades, because this is a once-off thing. Once we get this, we don't need it again, and we can clear the terrain much better. We can actually have more space available. I think we also need the mineral extractor. Hopefully this will actually now work and we won't actually have a disaster because we don't have enough people, but again, sending people when we're not ready is not the best idea. Now, unfortunately, we have no more room for supplies, but hopefully we can start making our own. So launch. Of course, very phenomenal, this booster. But this flame trench makes no sense. It blasts right into that equipment there. Oh well, somebody had an oversight. And it's landing. Wait. Where is it? There it goes at our launch pad. So this is of course why we needed the new facility, so that this lander could pinpoint exactly where it needed to go. So let's unload this new equipment. So there's the dozer. I can actually put it to work right away. We might still face a disaster because our population is too low. I'm not sure how that works. But we can see there we only have room to support 2 in this existing lander. That's why. Okay, let's say bulldoze and then push this stuff out of the way. With some gusto, it seems. It wasn't strictly necessary at this point to get the dozer, but I think it is one of those things that we still need to get. Now I'm just pushing it into the colony. Let's try and maneuver around again and just push it back up. It sort of sticks to the front of the bulldozer there. Okay, well, it was an exercise. We'll keep this around, of course. Now, what do we need? We need, do we actually have methane production? Yes, we do. So we can easily send this back. It requires 1,472 liters of methane. Let's just take the metal extractor out. Now, I think we just have to go to a resource deposit and mine it, but now I think we also need like a refinery in the base, and of course we only have one piece of equipment left. This is a big problem. I should have sent more supplies instead of this stuff, because I can't actually build habitation areas until we have more supplies, and until I get the habitation areas we can't get more people. Oh dear. Well, can we send this one? No, I can't. I don't want to send this back anyway, because this is the home for our 2 astronauts. I don't even know where the other one is. We lost that one. Oh no, not a good administrator at all. Oh yes, she was over here building this tank. Now what can I do for 1 supply? What could I do? Hey, I'm afraid this is gonna just be a wait for the next launch window now. But let's see what we can do with this thing. Let's bring it over here. Once we have a factory here or some kind of manufacturing plant, we can produce supplies on site, so we don't need to send them from Earth. Could we just start drilling here? It has a very small radius, but there we go. You can see how quickly it's gathering the ore. Now I'm sure this thing is going to run into some kind of a limit soon, and then if we don't have an area to drop it off, then we'll have the same problem we had with the forklift. Ah well, let it continue mining happily. We're going to need those supplies anyway, those materials. I'm just having some more tea here. Population is still too low. I know. We're just going to have to be patient with this whole Martian expedition. Let's see, anything else? It's just repeating the same message over and over. So, okay, it's continuing to mine, but it's not going to be able to unload that. Comrades, I think I'm going to spare you the rest of the wait until we get another launch window, and as soon as it pops up I'm going to bring you back in so we can send supplies back to Mars. We'll just use a small lander, or maybe not. We only have a storage of 1000 methane though, so we can't actually refuel this thing. Now if this thing was smart, of course it would put the 1000 liters into the capsule and then continue filling up the tank, but of course it wants to transfer it in one go. Oh well, I'll see you in a minute, comrades. Okay, comrades, we're back. I was just sending the rovers to scan a little bit more of the terrain here, so we can now bring more supplies. It was only about a minute or so, so not too long to wait. This is quite a fast-paced game, I have to say. Anyway, let's bring the normal rocket. It's our only choice, and we want supplies. That's really all that we want, because as soon as we have those, we can progress back on Mars. So let's launch this, and then again I'll meet you back on Mars. So we're here again, and we need to pick a landing site. So let's bring the overlay back. Of course we have many options here. There's only a few patches of minerals, so we can just land here in the south. Just bring it down here, and then we can actually have a use again for the forklift. So let's bring it and actually just pick up some things. Now let's see, what do we need to build? Let's have a look. Refinery, I think that's really the thing. Oh dear, I want to just first read about it. So let's just have a look. Refineries allow the colony to mine the Martian surface, drive a mineral extractor to the refinery to process the raw minerals into usable materials. So this is definitely a step in the right direction, comrades. I think let's put it here. It looks like we can actually put it anywhere. We don't have to attach it to the base. In that case, I think let's put it here. We'll use this southern region for our mineral processing, sort of the heavy industrial work. And one of our astronauts is bringing some supplies there. And then we can use the forklift as a sort of locational delivery there of supplies. So continue scanning. It seems that there's not really anything more to discover in this whole region. Maybe if I could get them to go around, I'll say turn off the explore because they move faster if they're not scanning, just to get this thing into this area. Now in the north it seems there is a bit of methane. Not much, but it's of course something that we can use, and that will help with the storage and with the resupply. Now we can only of course go onto the flat area, so it will get stuck right there. But let's just find the full extent of this deposit. That seems to be it. Okay, not a problem. Let's look into these nooks and crannies and so on. There's a lot of clay, but no water, strangely enough. There might be some back there, but I doubt it. I think we've found the bulk of our water supply. Now, here is this new fangled refinery. Efficiency is only 65%, but that's fine. Our miner now has 733 kilograms of ore, so let's take it back. Just get out of the way there, otherwise you might end up inside the machine there. Okay, now what? It's dropped everything off, and okay, well, it shows up here we now have the ore in our sort of stockpile, not just in the miner anymore. But now what? Now we're still going to have to use that somehow. Let's just park the thing here and start mining this little patch. Let's see, there must now be another option in terms of building. I don't want a recycling center, I think. That is for used water. I think this is a good thing if we run out of water. Must be connected to a water cryo tank. Then again, but no, okay, this is not the priority now. Cancel that. This 3D printer is what I want. Supplies may be printed from mined ore. They must be connected to a pallet, but for some reason we don't have the option. We need a geology lab. Now how do I get that? I need 8 populations, so it's a vicious cycle, comrades. Oh well, let's put up some habitats now. That is after all the next step. So we'll put the first one here. That will give us a total, I think, of 6 people. You can continue with the building, please. They just stop there. Oh well. So we have the 2, but then again, as soon as we take the capsules away, then we lose that. So we're going to have to build 2 of these habitats, but that's fine. We do have the supplies. Just gonna have some more water here in the background. Oh dear, okay, the other one was bringing supplies there. Let me just pause this for a moment. Okay, resume. Seems every time I start recording I suddenly get very thirsty, but anyway. Continue the... oh, there's not enough power now. Now we can have even more problems. So you do have some supplies. Actually, build us another solar panel. Ah, now somebody's gonna have to bring even more. Well, that's why we have the forklift. It can go far and bring all the supplies with it. But now, of course, they're all marching down towards the south. Oh well, they're not the most efficient, but that's okay. So I think it's exhausted that. Let's just move it a bit further and mine into this patch. So it goes like that, comrades. Unfortunately, this aspect we can't really automate, but that's also okay because these maps are quite small, so micromanaging that is not really a problem. Not enough power. We've just lost a great deal, 700 liters of water. Ay. Okay, there's another window, but now what am I doing with that window? We don't have enough for... oh, I shouldn't have clicked there. Oh well. Now we don't actually have enough space for more people, for 4 more people, because these colonists always come in 4s. You can't just take 1 or 2 or 3 like you can with the astronauts. So that's a problem. That means now another wasted window. Well, it's not a waste really. But there's nothing we need here other than maybe more supplies. I think so. We can't go wrong with that, comrades. Let's send it. Hopefully by the next window we can have the actual colonists. But we still have to build another methane tank first, because otherwise we can't get rid of the other lander. So let's pick another landing site. I guess it can be anywhere in the vicinity of the first one, although we might want to build there. So let's rather park it in the south again, right next to the gnashing teeth of the refinery. It's not the friendliest site, but anyway. Let's just move this and keep it going, because it's definitely something we're going to need. All of this ore is directly related to the supplies that we eventually want. So I think we could even build more solar panels. We certainly have enough supplies now, and they can just collect it straight from the forklift. But now you see, now this one stops. Now they call the other one to get the supply. This is so inefficient, but I guess they're trying to keep everyone busy. Now this unfortunate lady who was busy on the other side of the base now has to run all the way with one supply, even though there is a whole forklift full of it. Ah well. Let's get this other one building the second methane tank. Now we still have not scanned this little patch there, so I think this is what I need to do first. Let's bring, oh well, it doesn't matter which one, just bring one of them. Then this one I want to now send through to the other side there. If I say route, I'm afraid it's just going to get stuck again. They are not very smart, these rovers. But I'll try now. As long as it's in a nice straight line, they should be able to do it. Go on, go on. Begin exploring, please. There we go. So we know exactly where to build the other extractor. Good. Just explore the rest of this area, but there's two parts that we could actually cover with two separate tanks. So let's bring the... oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll bring the forklift, but you know it's going to be the same story. They're going to both build on it, but oh well. So I think we could fit in even more than two, but let's just keep to the main two at the moment. So I want one right there. That's a very nice, rich area. And the other one, I'll try and get them to build another methane tank right next door. Or even a bit more to the south, but then I wonder. No, because then we couldn't fit another tank in there. So we have to be a bit strategic about that. Go on, you've got the supplies right there. There's somebody sending me a message on my phone, but that is not a priority. Come on. Somebody, please. Oh, good grief. Now they've cancelled it and we've lost that supply. Hey. Now the other one is probably going to do the walking. No, nobody does the walking. Population is too low. Somebody please help. There we go. Now it should rapidly fill up our methane stock. And then we can send this thing back to Earth and get another one. So I think the next thing is another one of these hubs here. Actually, I should queue this up before I send her over, because she needs to bring the supplies. We could even pick up the rest. There's one more there and 16 more there. Then I'll put another habitat. Actually, no, hold on. I don't want a hub there. I want a straight section, because we can't fit two habitats in next to one another. Just want to open up the airlock there. Then right next to that, I want a four-way hub. Just open up that as well. We can use these controls to seal off sections of the base if it's hit with a meteor. So that's always good. We should have more than enough oxygen. We have 2 generators here, so that should fill the whole thing up very nicely. Are you done? 500 kilos. Let's just get it to gather a little bit more. I don't know what the capacity is, but I assume it's something like 1,000. Now, please build it next to... Where's the other one? They're going to clean the solar panels as well, so at least they can do that on their own. Where's the other habitat? So, this should... we've got enough power. This should be able to then round everything out, and we can send back these other two capsules. Now, they are empty, so... No, save the fuel. We need it for this one. Refuel and... get out of here. Looks like it has a heat shield on the top there. I guess that's for re-entering into Earth's atmosphere or something. But that thing is now out of the way, and we can't really refuel the other one yet, but now the space is clear, which is fantastic. Just go get some more supplies. You are still drilling there. And this lady here is waiting, so let us queue up another one of these four-way haul sections and get another greenhouse. We're going to need it. Now she's just standing there, ignoring me. Don't ignore me. Just please build that, thank you. And open up this door. We're going to need it for our new arrivals, and we now have enough. So let us bring the first actual proper colonists, comrades. For that we'll need our gigantic rocket again, and we can now say one group. We could go 2 groups, but you know the problem is they need their own food and water, although not as much as astronauts. I guess it's much more strenuous for the astronauts working outside, so they need a lot more food. So the colonists need 1 kilo of food and 1 kilo of water per day. The astronauts need 2 kilos of food and 1 liter of water, so they need more energy, I guess. So that means we now have an addition of 4 liters of water and 4 kilograms of food demand per day. I certainly don't want to make it 8 at this point. Let's just take them, but we also need to take some more food, I think. We can't take a weather satellite yet. Let's just take some more food. 200 kilos to tide us over until we get more greenhouses online. I think water is fine. So let's take the rest supplies. Okay, we can take some more water. No, don't take water. Take more food. We still have room. That's a waste not to fill it up. But I guess that'll have to do. Or we can just send some water. Why not? Better than leaving the space empty. That's really not what we want. So, send it back. And it's landing, comrades. They're unloading our happy new colonists from South Africa. The first crew to live and work on Mars. Not just the, as astronauts, but as inhabitants. Yay, we get something, colony planning with 0 deaths, but once we get this, then we have the real risk of deaths happening. So the food situation is very, very bad. So I need these astronauts to build us more greenhouses pronto. As in now, because they're eating 4 kilos a day. Please bring the supplies closer. What else do we need? Water? It seems we are breaking even right now, but I think it is always prudent to queue up some more. Unfortunately, we could not find another deposit. Wait. There's a hint of something. I don't know if it would be worth it to try and fit something in to access this little deposit. Then again, every bit helps. Now, where's the other one? She's going to clean solar panels again. Let's rather get her to supply us with more water. You see, it will only barely touch that, but it should be okay. Not enough power. No, wait. More important things are happening. Solar panel, please. Urgent. Aha, water or ice at least, that we, of course, use for our water supply. It's a decent deposit. It will only really cover one extractor, but still that is much better than not getting any additional source. And you are finished, so you go back to the refinery. We need to open up this doorway though. I guess it would be interesting if I opened an exterior door, then everyone would die rapidly. So let me not make that mistake. We have enough power again. We still need another greenhouse though. These greenhouses are not very efficient. You see, they only give 2 kilograms per day. But I guess on the scheme of things, that is actually quite a lot. So let's get the rest of the supplies up onto the forklift and then queue up another one. Maybe we could even build it right there, you know, maximize our space. Although I suppose with these sorts of things you really don't want to be putting things too close together for safety in a meteor shower, but I guess for our purpose it's okay. Then oxygen, we just have to check. Oh, this habitat here has only 14%, so I think we will need to queue up another oxygen generator. But now, we still need 2 more people before we can actually get the 3D printer. But it was better to do it like this, slowly, you know. Otherwise it's overwhelming. It would have been 8 kilos a day. We can't lose that much. So this thing I'm gonna refuel and send back. I suppose they dock to a station around Mars or something. I don't think they would have enough fuel to go all the way back to Earth and land there. No, so we're gonna have to put a pallet next to the 3D printer. I wonder if we could just connect it up there. One more, okay, bring the forklift closer. Not sure if they have the intelligence to now see that the source of their supplies has moved. Does not look like it. This one still has 2. Okay, now you can please build us another source of water. We'll try and access this. Of course, we can only build on the flat area, but this still gets us the most of that deposit. Please continue the search. Just get us a nice overview. There might be something else hiding there. We never know. Now, I think we could also start getting some clay. You know, just get some other things as well. Just set us up. The other greenhouse is ready, but we have to, of course, open the door there and then get our other astronaut. They wander off all over the place to get another oxygen generator. Unfortunately, we're going to have to get more power first. Power to the Martian people. See how far she has to walk now. Good grief. Go on. I think I'll park the forklift up there. Hopefully she won't have to walk all the way back. Are you stuck? Yes, you are. Good grief. So one more methane extractor will be a good thing there. This is always something that we want. I don't know if we ever use methane for anything other than rocket fuel, but if you're stuck on Mars, that's exactly what you want. So we are losing water now, but there's another launch window available. Let's just finish the scanning around the base here. But this is a very good map. We can really extend the base all over the place here. And there is quite a lot here in this game, I have to say, surprisingly. If we have a look here, there's nuclear reactors, there's a geodesic dome. If we want to declare independence, you can even do that. There's a terraforming project, it gives soil quality, there's monuments and radars and labs and all sorts of things. The geothermal plant, I can remember, is a really great thing because it gives you lots of power from deep underground. Now there's a dust devil imminent, so we might actually see damage here. Okay, it's in the north. That's fine, as long as it stays there. Let's bring our astronaut a bit closer. But we now have good water from there as well. So 7, so we could get another crew. We're gonna be short on food again, but I think, oh yes, no, hold on. Where's the other astronaut? They keep wandering off, good grief, but okay. They have to, I suppose, to go and clean the solar panels. I just want another oxygen generator. We can only attach them to the corridors, but that's fine, because you can see there, it's getting a bit low. So, one more of the greenhouses will give us 2 more kilos of food. So we're going to need 2 more greenhouses before we'll be able to sustain another intake of colonists. Well, no, we still have supplies here as well. No. I think we'll just wait with the launch window. Even have more supplies there, but none here. So let's send this thing back. We're getting methane so fast now, it's really not a problem. Alright, so you are building that, and are you calling the other one? No, you're not. Okay, that's fine. It's a bit of a dust storm there. Okay, good. So oxygen should now rise all over the base. So what's the next priority? Let me just have a look again. There's an airlock. That actually just allows us to create sort of shortcuts. If we have a very stretched out base but we need to get around, then we just can go through an airlock. But that's not really important. What we need is a greenhouse. That's what we need. Then with that we can bring more of our happy colonists. Can I just empty this, please? Where is that forklift? Just empty that so we can send that back home as well. 15%. Really what we want to do with oxygen is that we want to spread it out all over the base. Even like this, you can see the average level is only 15% in this habitat. But it's such a short corridor, good grief. But we do have 6 people living in there now. Oxygen level upgrade. I think this upgrade is actually for the armor. Let's see what happens. Requires 20 ore and 20 clay. That's how you strengthen the structure against impacts. So please get us some clay. You can just start mining there, but don't disturb our water supply. So now this thing is up and running, and we can just open that door. Low oxygen. But it is climbing, and then of course our colonists will make sure that the food supplies come out of there. So there we go, we can send the next batch, comrades. We will need more greenhouses, but actually no, let's queue up the whole thing. Let's prepare properly, let's not be reckless here. That whole area is going to be our greenhouse wing. Now where is the other one? Up in the north. I read you. I'm here, don't worry, I won't let you die if I can help it. So, unfortunately, we can't queue up any buildings either. We have to wait for the other structure to be finished first. Oh well. Is there anything else I can build here? Not enough power. Oh, halt. Fix that, please. So the dust that gathers on the panels does bring down the power. Not too much, but it seems that it does have some effect though. Okay, you now have almost 300 kilos of clay, so return to the refinery. I just want to see if we can upgrade something, like the habitats or just a safe area against the meteors. But then again, they'll just wander wherever they want. I can't tell them to hide in just one area of the base if there is a disaster. So, I'm afraid at some point deaths are inevitable. Now you are ready to go home, so please leave. We can reuse you again. Come on, get that power up. There we go. See, we lose so much water every time there's a power outage. Water lost in frozen pipes. Good grief. Now there's still 9 on this, so can I just pick this up? We have to empty it before we bring the next one. Okay, she's cleaning the panels. The other one can build another greenhouse, please. What's the oxygen like in this part? 18%. So even though this is not really further away from the oxygen generator than this, I suppose it's because this is where they sleep, so there's more of a drain on the oxygen. Oh well, 15% is fine. They're wandering around. It's not much fun for them here. There's only plants to grow, so I guess they are married to their work. Come on, somebody get another supply, please. And now you can actually just go drop that off on the pallet. Automate. Okay. It seems like I can automate this one at least. Should have done that a long time ago. It will automatically unload the capsules, it seems, and drop off supplies to the... Hey, it can actually build? What the... So the forklift can build. I don't think it can start the building process, but it can finish it. Well, that's a happy news. Okay, so this should go online soon, but now I still do need this 5 out of here, otherwise we will not be smart. We'll be wasting that. So comrades, as soon as we've unloaded that, I'll bring you back in so that we can bring our next batch of colonists. So I don't even need to do that. Here it comes already. Good grief, I should have automated this a long time ago. Okay, refuel and go home. Now, do I have to wait a bit for you to just get out of the way, I guess, and we can go back to Earth. So now we have the option of the heavy rocket again, so we want more colonists. Only 1 batch though. I think more supplies will also be in order because we are still going to need quite a few to start the 3D printer. Food, I think let's fill up with food. Is there anything else we need? I'm not sure. We don't really need more astronauts. Let's bring water. Again, not really strictly necessary, but better than wasting the room. I'll meet you back on Mars, comrades. And it's landing, so let's quickly go to it. And now our colonists are unloading. It's funny how they start to unload even before the landing process has begun or finished. But oh well, so now we are breaking even on food and almost breaking even on water. So this is a good spot for us to be in, comrades. This is a very comfortable position. Let's just make sure there's enough oxygen in there. Only 10% it seems. We do need more. But okay, let's hold on. We want the 3D printer now, please. I still can't do it. I have to get a geology lab. Yes, so that is gonna take more power as well. Oh well, comrades, I think at this point I'm going to hand over the administration of this colony to the next administrator, because I have served on Mars now for what would this now be? 1 year and 600 and some 2 years. Well, there we go. And now this I assume is 2 Martian years, so it's already a little bit of time, you know. So this was just a little bit of a preview, or not a preview even, an exploration of this game. And we will go back to Mars soon, comrades, when Surviving Mars is released. There's so many Let's Plays of it already on YouTube. It's really surprising, but you know, the company of course does give access to the larger YouTubers to have a look at it. But I try to avoid looking at it too much. I have just watched an episode here or there just to see what it's about and what it's like, because I don't want to know everything before I even get it. Anyway, thank you for joining me here on Mars, comrades. You see, I'm not a terrible administrator. I might have been a bit green at the beginning, but everyone is alive, everyone is happy, and we have all of the basics in place. We can just build the geology lab and the 3D printer, and then that's it, comrades. Then the whole thing is basically independent, and you can see where that whole independence from Earth story comes from. I wonder if we'll have something like that in real life one day. Because if you start producing everything locally, why do you need some distant planet or government telling you what to do? I don't know. That's questions I'm sure we will face one day. But thank you for joining me for this very short series, comrades, and I will see you again in another episode one day soon. Have a fantastic day, comrades.